Just a notice, with all due respect, if you haven't watched the previous episode, I suggest you have to watch it first, because it will affect the story and the deepening of the character. Thank you for your time and enjoy it. 1944 in Guam Island, Philippines. After the Japanese soldiers have a victory in war. The Americans want to launch a second attack with involving 274 ships, and to make sure all soldiers could land safely, the several American destroyer ships have fired more than 4,000 bullets from a weapon size 5 inch. The Americans also deployed an aircraft carrier to undertake a massive bombardment for 3 days, with expectation the Japanese military base can totally be destroyed by the attack. Meanwhile, their warship was fitted with several soldiers from the 77th Infantry Group. They has been assigned to attack the western island. From that time, Desmond needed medical practice for a quick treatment simulation. In any side, the soldiers were very busy having a party before leaving to the battlefield. That evening was very crowded and lively, until Desmond could concentrate and preferred to be alone. That time, the cold enveloped him and made Desmond want to go back to his room for a bit. Until he accidentally saw the plane falling from a high horizon deck. Shortly after that, the alarm goes off, and the soldiers were ordered to march immediately at their position. From that night, it's so quiet. When the soldiers see a thing, that's enough to make their guts shrink. But everything started to turn around when a sergeant gave a spirit to all soldiers. We all realized that one of us will die at sea or on the ground. But now, the Uncle Sam has chosen you to put an end to all the suffering felt by the whole country. And from me, I don't care if you get shot in the leg, you have to swim. If you get shot in the hand, use your mouth to hold the gun. I just need your courage to end the war. Because we are fighting for our country. We died for the land that raised us. No more colonization, no more racism, no more slavery. And we won't hear our children cry anymore. Because your service is always remembered by the next generation. And God went to war with you, soldier. The whistle finally sounded, the whole ship launching the several amphibious vehicles to get to the edge of the ice. But the Japanese army didn't let that happen. They started to firing cannons blindly to the soldier, especially with the strong wave and strong wind, make the army cannot see clearly. The situation was very chaotic. The soldiers were unaware of the surprise attack at night. Even the soldiers willingly got out of the vehicle to speed up the landing process. Not only that, they have to walk on very sharp rocks. And this problem is very felt by the medical circle. They have to arrange a time and finding some safe place to help other wounded soldiers. In the end, the American army managed to minimize the situation and secure the area. On the other hand, American was also harmed by the larger number of soldiers who were seriously wounded and some bodies lying on the beach. It's the first time he's seen a view like this. At night, Desmond continues to care for the wounded. Hours to hours, Desmond cannot sleep because he often hears the screams of soldiers moaning in pain or a few of them crying, hoping this war will over soon. Desmond continues to doing a treatment, trying to find different ways of healing. But unfortunately, some of them did not survive because they cannot halting a pain when a surgical operation. You know what I mean. The time was running out so fast. Some of the medicine he was using were exhausted. Then, Desmond asked permission to pick up some supplies on the storage. It was so quiet that the sound of rats was heard by him. And then, Desmond heard some scream, with that sound coming from a patient camp. Even at night, Desmond can still see clearly from a distance. And surprisingly, there's a larger number of Japanese soldiers carrying weapons were running and storming the base. With their loud screams, make the whole army wake up from sleep and run towards their respective posts. Desmond ran to camp with the medicine he was carrying. But it was too late. The Japanese army managed to break in, then slaughtered all the wounded patients. Desmond just stands stiff. It's the first time he's seen such a sadistic event. Luckily, Desmond got help from another soldier who was trying to secure the area. The incident made the army finally realize the Japanese soldiers are still wandering in the forest. Therefore, the American soldier will go to destroy the rest of places that are still inhabited by the Japanese army. And after the attack carried out by the Japanese army at night, making the Americans have a loss of a lot of medics. Eventually, they had no choice. In this mission, they only sent one medic. He was Desmond. The soldier began to walk through the dense forest. Besides, Desmond was walking very slowly because he was carrying a lot of stuff. Other soldiers also heard about Desmond while he was training in Virginia. Their thing about Desmond, maybe his presence on this mission is just hindrance to them. In fact, they laughed and described Desmond as a legless tortoise. They laughed, except for those who have all heard, and helped Desmond without seeing what he was like. But God wrote another story. When they tried to help Desmond, the two young men were hit by a mine trap and then resulting in serious injuries. Some of them turned on Desmond, but he remained to focus on his duties as a medic. We'll note that a fight won't solve the problem. Then he asked the permission to find water in order to clean the wounded. After Desmond finished fetching the water, surprisingly, he met another soldier. One of them says, "Where's your team?" We all waiting a long time to hear the new progress on this mission. How far are you? As he headed to his destination, Desmond recounted the event he had just experienced with other soldiers. Apparently, the Japanese army had figured out their position. Then one of them pulled out a samurai and started shooting out loud. Eventually, the American easily managed to normalize the situation. But Desmond talked about his teammate's condition. Without thinking long, Desmond ran as fast as he could. The other soldiers were very confused, and they followed Desmond where he was going. It turned out to be true, and what Desmond had been thinking all this time. Previously, the Japanese army had carried out the attack first, and what Desmond saw back then, there's nothing left. So yeah, thank you for watching on this video, and don't forget to click like, comment and subscribe. And maybe for me, also don't forget to click the bell notification. And from me, thank you very much.